mode today, but you decide what you need to look at. So worksheet number 4, number 11. Limit as x approaches pi over 2, sine of x minus 1 over x minus pi over 2. Does that look like something to you? Does that look familiar? Okay, so part of it, yeah, sine over x, as x goes to 0, that's one limit we know. But it's got this other stuff over there, and it's not going to 0. So, yeah, that's a good recognition, but that's not this one. Does it look like a definition? Think back to the alternative form. F prime of c as x approaches c, f of x minus f of c over x minus c. I think it kind of matches up with that. Let's see. This one's tricky to match up all the pieces. So I'm guessing c equals pi over 2. That kind of matches up. F of x is sine of x. F of c, let's see, f of pi over 2 is the sine of pi over 2. And the sine of pi over 2 is 1. So that kind of checks out that, yes, that is f of c. So now everything kind of lines up. It matches the alternative form of the definition, where f of x is sine and c is pi over 2. And so this, what that equals is f prime at pi over 2. So this is one of those where you have to recognize what they're doing. You don't actually take a limit here, because we wouldn't know how to do that. Instead of taking a limit, we recognize that they're doing a derivative of sine, which is cosine. And cosine of pi over 2 is, there's my picture of pi over 2, is 0. So that's a tricky one. That's one of the trickiest of the bunch. But that does illustrate what's going on in 6 through 11. Do you recognize what derivative they're trying to take? And then you take the derivative based on the rules that you know, rather than by doing something with the limit that they give you. So, and what I listed off as what's on the test, the first two things were definition of derivative. That's an example of that type of problem.